Okay, I'm going to show you how to make this thumbs up or any other emoji you want and icon and splash screen. So that was the demo. We're going to go into our web browser and I'm going to type in app icons and splash screen Expo. And you can click on the link in the description below to directly go to this Figma file that we're opening up. But basically we're going to use the Expo provided Figma template in their documentation. We're going to open in Figma. Okay, this is the file to create the icons. You can grab your icons from either the web in just some random place, or we are going to go to SF symbols from the Apple developer. So it's provided by Apple is these icons that are well made. And so I already downloaded it, but you're just going to go down here, download this, click download. I already have it installed. And so we're going to just go SF symbols. Okay, I already found the one I want, which is the like button. And so like the video, just like we're going to like this. So we're going to double tap or right click, copy image as, and we are going to copy image. And then we can exit out of here. Now we can go to our iOS icons, light, scroll in a little bit. So we're going to click, make sure we're on the iOS icon light, paste it in, it's in the center. We're going to hit K, which opens up this scale option. And I'm just going to type in 10 to get it going. And then I'm going to click Option Shift. This will scale it up proportionally to wherever we want. And as you can see, it's white and it's supposed to be dark. So what we're going to go is into the fill. And instead of FFF, we're going to do 000, which makes it black. That made the entire thing black. We just want the hands up to be black. So we're going to click on the hands up and do 000. That still didn't work. So what we're going to do is hands up, click on that, group, vector, and do 000. Perfect. And as you can see, it looks like that. Now that looks good. So we're going to remove the background, app icon grid. So it looks good. Perfect. Now we have that. Now we're going to copy paste it, copy, and then click on the dark. And we are going to paste our icon in, put it in the center, and instead of light, we're going to go vector, and we want it to be light, so FFF in the fill section. Okay, that looks good. Copy paste that. I'm going to put it in the tinted section. Move my face over so you can see this better. But basically, we're going to have this white tint, so then when they change the white tint and they change it to a different color, it changes proportionally. So this is what we're changing it to, white, and then whatever color they want, the user wants, it will change to that. So we're going to grab this tinted icon right here. So we're going to double click, and then we're going to grab the tint circle. Let's see, the vectors, ellipses. So we're going to grab that center one, and it has this linear fill. So we're going to click here, copy, and then we're going to double click on our vector, and it has this normal fill right here. We're going to get rid of that, and then we're going to add this linear fill. So get rid of that. And as you can see, it's kind of linear, so it'll change color. And that looks good. So we'll move the background again. And now we're done with iOS. So good job with that. Now we're just going to take the one we already have here, put it on the adaptive icon, scale it, and we want to scale it proportionally. I did Control Z right there. We're going to hit this scale, and boom, we're going to make it smaller, and that looks good based off that. So again, we are going to remove not that, we're going to remove the adaptive icon background. But it seems like we removed it all, which is not good. So the hands up, thumbs up should not be in here. It should not be in the background. So we're going to Control Z, make sure it disappears, and then we're going to click on the adaptive icon, and then, as you can see, now we have the thumbs up off the background. Now we're going to scale it proportionally and put it right in the center. That looks good. Now we can click on the background, which is right here, and remove that. So that looks good for the adaptive icon. Now we are going to copy paste this, and we'll put it onto the light over here because it will be on the dark. We want to make sure, so we have the correct thing copied, which is the hand, but when we click here, we want to make sure we're on the splash icon dark. Control V, and now it's in the correct spot. We'll put it in the center again, and we'll remove the background. Let's see, background. Now we're going to copy and click on the frame 6, go to splash icon light, paste it in. This one is going to be white though, so we are going to go to fill, and it should be FFF for white. Perfect, and we'll move the background again. And those look good, so we have all of our icons. So now we are going to export them, so then we can put them into our app. So I'm going to select. I just held shift down for all of them, and then we're going to export 3 layers. That did not export correctly because it has a .png. So let me try one more time. Export 3 layers. Let's try that again. Let's see. Okay, nice. So it gave us a folder, and then we're going to export the adaptive icon and export. We just want to export. I double clicked. We just want to export the splash screen. Export splash icon dark and export splash icon light. Great. Now we have all the icons in our folder. Now I am going to create an Expo app. So basically, if you already have an app, then you don't have to do this, but I'm just going to create it from scratch. So we're going to copy this, and we're going to open up our terminal. I'm going to cd videos. Okay, cd into our videos, and then I'm going to copy paste the command. I'm going to use the templates flag, and I'm going to use the tabs template, which if you scroll down, it's right here. And then we're going to call it icon video 2. This is the second time because I messed up on the first one. Okay, I'm going to cd into video 2, and we're going to open up our code editor. I use cursor. So the first thing we're going to do is go into our assets, and we're going to make a new folder called icons, and we're going to open that up, and now we're going to go into our finder and go into our downloads and find the icons we just downloaded. So these are the splash icons. We're going to throw those in there. Go back to the finder. We have to unzip the folder, and there we go. We have the dark, light, and tinted icons. I'm going to throw those in, and let's change the names to get rid of the 2 on all of them. Perfect. Now we have all of our icons in our application. Now what we're going to do is go to our app.json. Our app.json controls all the native code. So every time we modify this, it modifies the native code. So first we're going to go into the iOS, and we are going to create the icons key, and make sure this is called icon and not icons. And it's going to have the light key. We're going to get the assets icons folder, and then it's just going to be called light. So we're going to change that. The dark assets icons dark.png, and then we have one more, the tinted, and we're going to call it assets icons tinted. Okay, that looks perfect. And then now we're going to go into the Android. We already have the Android right here, adaptive icon, but instead of the images, we're going to go into the icons folder that we just made. That looks good. And now we're going to go into the splash screens. So we did the iOS and Android. So if you haven't installed it already, you can go into package.json, check. We have the Expo splash screen. And if we go into the documentation, so Expo splash screen, you're going to npx and Expo install, so you can just copy and paste this and install it. Otherwise, we have already have it installed for us, so now we're just going to copy it. So for certain libraries, we'll have to configure it inside our app.json, which is what we are going to do right now. This is like the example config it gives us, and so we're just going to copy and paste that and use it. So now we go into our app.json again, and go to our plugins, comma, next one, and then paste in the Expo splash screen. So the default is going to be white, and then if they choose dark, it's going to be dark. So this is going to be a white background, which we can use FFF. And for our white, we want a black background, which is the dark. So this is going to be splash icon dark. And we have to make sure this is actually in our icons folder. Perfect. This needs to be on our icons folder as well, but this is going to be light. and that looks good. So yeah, and then there's other options in the splash screen Expo documentation if you want to look here. Otherwise, we are good to go. We're going to open up a terminal, Control Shift tilde, and the first thing we're going to do is npx expo prebuild because we changed our app.json. And what the npx expo prebuild does is it generates our Android folder and our iOS folder. All right, now we're going to run npx expo run iOS. This opens up our iOS simulator. Okay, there we go. We have the icon-video 2. We have the icon and the splash screen working. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you to like it 3 times if you can. And make sure to like it if you haven't already and you actually didn't like it.